So, continuation na tayo class ng ating topic sa receivable financing. And ang topic natin ngayon class ay factoring. Okay, so balikan lang natin yung forms of receivable financing. We have pledge, assignment. Pinag-usapan na natin itong dalawang ito. And ito yung topic natin, no? Factoring of accounts receivable. And after factoring, we have discounting of notes receivable. So, konting recap class, no? Ang first two forms of receivable financing, usually in a form of loan. Okay? Loan ang usually transactional. While the number 3 and 4, generally, class, no? Sale of receivables. So, doon muna tayo sa ano, no? Or doon na tayo. Nandun na tayo, class, sa factoring of accounts receivable, wherein ang nature ng transaction is sale of AR. So, factoring of accounts receivable. Ano ba itong factoring? Factoring of accounts receivable. Factoring is a sale of accounts receivable, class. Ayan. Okay? Pagbebenta ng accounts receivable. So, parang typical lang din no, na pagbebenta ng mga non-cash asset. Ganon din ang AR. Pwede rin siyang ibenta. Okay? Ibenta. In a factoring agreement, an entity sells accounts receivable to a bank or finance entity called a factor. So, usually, ang binebentahan natin ng accounts receivable is bank or other finance entity. And ang tawag doon sa bank or finance entity, tinatawag siyang factor. Okay? Factor yung pinagbebentahan natin ng accounts receivable. Okay? At dahil ibinenta na natin ang accounts receivable to a factor, okay? Therefore, class, the factor, that is the bank or the finance entity, okay? Therefore, the bank. Dahil ibinenta na natin ang accounts receivable, therefore, the factor, that is the bank or the finance entity, has the responsibility of keeping the receivable records and collecting the accounts. So sabi ko nga 'di ba parang typical lang din naman ito na pagbebenta ng non-cash asset. Okay? Pag binenta natin ng accounts receivable, therefore sino na ang owner ng accounts receivable? Si bangko. At dahil si bangko na or other finance entity na yung owner ng AR, therefore siya na rin yung in charge sa pangongolekta ng accounts receivable. Okay, so I hope maliwanag so far ha sa factoring. Okay? And there are two forms of factoring. We have casual factoring and factoring as a continuing agreement. Ayan. Dalawang forms of factoring ang pag-uusapan natin, class. So, dun muna tayo sa casual factoring. So, ano ba itong casual factoring? Casual factoring means the normal sale of accounts receivable. So, absolute sale ito, class, ng accounts receivable. Ayan. And if the entity finds itself in a critical cash position, it may be forced to factor some or all its accounts receivable. So, di ba parang yung sinasabi ko nga kanina pa, no? So, factoring, pagbebenta lang din ito ng AR, parang katulad lang din ng pagbebenta ng mga non-cash asset. And syempre, yung mga entity na nasa critical cash position, so di ba kalimitan ng isa sa ginagawa nila, nagbebenta sila ng mga asset like PPE or inventory, no? Ganun din yung AR. Pwede rin yung ibenta. Okay? Normal sale of AR, tawag natin doon, casual factoring. Ayan, casual factoring. So, apply natin class ang casual factoring sa problem solving. Ang requirement ng problem dito class no ay journal entry to record the casual factoring of accounts receivable. Okay? So, Yuri Tsunematsu Corporation or YMC finds itself in a critical cash position. Ayan. So may problema sa pera si YNC. And to obtain the needed cash to pay off its obligations, YMC was forced to factor. Napilitan siyang ibenta ang kanyang accounts receivable worth 300,000 with an allowance for bad debts of 15. Napilitan siyang ibenta ang kanyang accounts receivable for 240,000 pesos. Prepare journal entry to record the casual factoring of accounts receivable. Dahil ang casual factoring class ay normal sale of accounts receivable, kapag nagre-record tayo ng casual factoring of AR, dapat computein muna natin yung tinatawag nating gain or loss on sale. Okay? Gain or loss on sale kasi normal sale ito. Absolute sale ito ng AR. Ayan. So, paano mag-compute ng gain or loss on sale? So, syempre, consider mo muna yung cash proceeds. Ayan, cash proceeds. Okay? Less the carrying amount of AR. So, the carrying amount is 285. That is 300,000 gross amount ng AR minus 15,000 allowance for bad debts. Okay? So, 240,000 yung cash proceeds, 285,000 yung carrying amount. Therefore, merong loss on sale, 45,000 pesos. That's loss on sale, class. Okay? Kasi isipin mo, yung AR mo, ang halaga 285. So, supposed to be, dapat makakolekta ka ng 285 pesos. Pero binenta mo for just 240,000. So, therefore, lugi ka ng 45,000 pesos. Merong loss on sale. Okay, merong loss on sale. Ha? And to record the journal entry class, so ito yung journal entry natin. So you debit cash proceeds. Ha? Ayan, cash proceeds. You debit loss on sale. Okay, you debit loss on sale. However, kapag factoring of AR, kapag accounts receivable yung binenta, ang ginagamit natin na account title, loss on factoring. Okay? Para yung readers class ng ano natin, ng accounting records natin or financial statements, kapag nakita yung loss on factoring, may iisip nila na nagkaroon ng pagbebenta ng AR yung entity. Kasi pag loss on factoring or factoring yung ginagamit natin talagang term na referring sa pagbebenta ng AR. Kaya loss on factoring. Okay? And syempre, you have to close the allowance for bad debts of 15,000. So syempre, you have to debit, no, para mag-zero out ang allowance for bad debts. And syempre, you credit the gross amount of AR, 300,000 pesos. 300,000 pesos. So ito yung answer natin sa ating illustrative problem for casual factoring. Okay, so I hope clear class ha. So nagre-review tayo ng ano dito, nagre-review tayo ng mga IA topics. So I hope na na-recap natin kahit paano yung casual factoring. Ayan. Kasi tutungo na tayo dun sa second form. Second form class ng factoring. Okay? Yung factoring as a continuing agreement. No? Ayan. Factoring as a continuing agreement. Factoring may involve a continuing arrangement, continuing arrangement class, no, where a finance entity purchases all accounts receivable of a certain entity. Okay, so ano naman exactly itong factoring as a continuing agreement? So stick lang kayo class, no, dun sa factoring per se, wherein pagbebenta ng AR in general. Okay? And ganito ang nangyayari sa factoring as a continuing agreement. So subukan natin itong i-illustrate or ipaliwanag through pagpapakita ng mga figures. Okay, so meron tayo dito tatlong parties. We have the merchandising company. So sorry for the typo, no? Nakalimutan ko palang lagyan ng ano to. Ay, pa-disregard na lang class ha. Ayan. Or ayan, pa ano na lang, no? Pasensya na sa typo. So merchandising company, um, customer, and the bank. Ayan. Okay. So, syempre, class, si merchandising company magbebenta ng goods on account kay customer. Okay, di ba ganyan kalimitan? Magbebenta ng on account sa customer. However, class, si merchandising company is under or nag-undergo siya ng factoring as a continuing agreement with the bank. Okay? So, kaya ganito mangyayari dyan, class, no? Okay? Before mag-proceed ang any sale on account, ang gagawin ni merchandising company, um, makikipag-usap muna siya kay bank. Kausapin niya muna si banko bago mag-proceed ang sale on account. Okay? Ayan. Lagyan na natin ng script. Ayan. Tatawag si merchandising company or kakausapin rather ni merchandising company si banko. Ayan. Hello bank, we are going to sell merchandise to a customer. We are going to sell on account merchandise to a customer. Please approve the sale. Okay? So madaling salita, kailangan mo nang aprubahan ni bangko yung mga mangyayaring sale on account ng isang merchandising company. Okay? Credit approval. And syempre, magre-reply si bangko kay merchandising company, hello, this is approved. Ayan, approved na. Approved na yung upcoming sale of merchandise on account. No? Hello, this is approved. Please proceed the sale. Okay? So, once na-approve na class yung upcoming sale on account, ayan, inaprubahan na ni bangko. Therefore, dyan pa lang magpo-proceed class, no, yung sale of goods on account. Okay. Dyan pa lang magpo-proceed yung sale on goods on account. Papa-aprubahan mo muna or papa-aprubahan mo na rather ni merchandising company kay bank yung mga upcoming sale of merchandise on account. Once approved, doon pa lang magpo-proceed yung sale on account. Doon pa lang i-deliver ni merchandising company yung merchandise or goods kay customer. Okay? Anong journal entry class to record the sale of goods on account? Debit, accounts receivable, credit, sales. Yan. So magre-record na si merchandising entity ng ito. Journal entry na yan. Okay? And once na ma-proceed na ang sale on goods on account, may susunod pa dyan, class. Okay? May susunod pa dyan. The accounts receivable is sold by the merchandising company immediately to the factor or the bank after the shipment of goods. So, immediately, class, after the shipment of goods, itong AR na to, ibebenta na rin ni merchandising company kay bangko. Okay? So, ganon, no? And syempre, pag nagbenta ng AR si merchandising company, makakatanggap na siya agad ng cash. Binenta niya yung AR eh. Binenter niya immediately yung AR kay bangko eh. Okay? Immediately, makaka-receive din si merchandising company ng cash. Ayan. At dahil nagbenta na, no? At dahil nagbenta na ng AR si merchandising company kay bangko, therefore si bangko na yung owner ng AR, si bangko na yung in charge ng pangongolekta ng AR sa mga customer. Okay, so I hope maniwanag class ha, yung factoring as a continuing agreement. So basically, ganyan lang nangyayari kapag mayroong factoring as a continuing agreement. Factoring as a continuing agreement dahil may involved or dahil involved yung bangko, which is the factor, kaya typically, the factor charges a commission or a factoring fee for each service of credit approval. Okay? Ganyan naman ang mga bangko plus no. So basta nag-avail ka ng kanilang service, meron talaga silang mga i-charge sa iyo. Okay? Meron talaga silang mga i-charge sa iyo. In this case, ang inapprove kasi ni entity dito yung credit approval. Kaya nagcha-charge lang si bangko ng yun, charges like commission or factoring fee for the services of credit approval. Okay? The factor also may withhold a predetermined amount as a protection against customer returns and allowances and other special adjustments. This is also known as factors holdback. Okay? So, factors holdback, nabanggit na si factors holdback. Balikan lang natin yung illustration class, no? Okay? Balikan lang natin itong illustration natin, ha? Para may paliwanag sa inyo kahit paano yung tinatawag nating factors holdback. Okay? Sabi nga natin dito, immediately after ng delivery ng goods, the AR ibebenta ni entity kay bangko. Therefore, si bangko na ang in charge kay or in charge rather ng pangongolekta ng AR kay customer. Okay? So, lagyan natin ng amount ito. Kunyari, ang accounts receivable ay 10,000. Okay? 10,000. So, itong AR worth 10,000, ibebenta na ni merchandising company kay bangko. So, dahil nagbenta siya, merong matatanggap na cash proceeds. Okay? May marireceive siyang cash proceeds. And ang cash proceeds na yon, class, in most cases, hindi equal sa 10,000, hindi equal dun sa value or sa amount ng AR na binenta. So, let's say 7,000 lang yung na-receive as cash proceeds. Usually, ganyan, class, no? Hindi equal yung marireceive na amount dun sa amount ng AR. Ang reason, hindi naman kasi tayo sigurado actually kung makokolekta ng buo yung accounts receivable. Okay? Anong instances? What if itong customer na to nag-sale return? Binalik yung binalik yung goods sa merchandising company. So dun pa lang bawas na yung AR. Okay? Lugi na yung bangko. Kaya, lugi na yung bangko. Sa madaling salita, class, hindi rin totally sigurado ang bangko kung makokolekta niya ng buo yung binenta sa kanyang AR. In protection for those instances, ang ginagawa ng bangko, hindi niya binibigay lahat yung value or yung amount ng AR. Nagwi-withhold siya ng certain amount. Tawag natin doon factors holdback. Ang factors holdback ay protection against customer returns and allowances and other special adjustments. Protection ng bangko yon, class, para naman hindi siya malugi. No? Kasi baka yung AR hindi na makokolekta ng buo. Okay? Hindi na makokolekta ni bangko ng buo, di ba? Lugi si bangko. So to protect the bank, o para protection ng bank, so may factors on bank. Okay, so I hope maliwanag, ha? I hope maliwanag, class, ha? So, illustrate natin yung factoring as a continuing agreement sa problem solving. So, ang requirement ng problem, prepare the entries to record the transactions. So, Doris Sakurada Corporation or DSC provided the following transactions for the current year. No? So, November 1, sold merchandise to a customer for 375,000, terms 2 over 10, and over 30. Okay. Anong journal entry? Very basic, no? Debit accounts receivable, credit, sales, 375,000. Okay? I think wala nang kailangang elaborate dito, no? Kasi ano lang to purely sale on account lang. Kaya proceed tayo sa November 3 transaction. Okay? November 3 class, factor the accounts receivable to a bank. Ayan. The bank charge 5% service fee and a 25% factors holdback. Ayan. Hindi naman kasi sigurado si bangko. Kasi di ba nagbinenta na yung AR, hindi naman sigurado si bangko kung makokolekta ng buo yung AR na binenta sa kanya. Kaya nag-decide siya, i-withhold ko muna yung 25% ng AR. as my protection. Okay? So, compute na natin class ang cash proceeds. So, the gross AR factor is 375,000 pesos. Okay? Ang accounts receivable class, no, especially on the context of pagbebenta ng merchandise, kapag nakokolekta natin ng maaga ang accounts receivable, nakaka-avail si customer ng sales discount. Sales discount, di ba, class? Balikan nyo yung background nyo about accounting for merchandising business, di ba? Or baka napanood nyo na rin yung video lesson ko dito ng accounting for merchandising business. So, di ba, pag nagbabayad yung customer ng maaga, nakaka-avail siya, no, ng discount. Kapag nakukolekta natin ng maaga yung AR, binibigyan natin ng sales discount yung customer. Kaya dito, class, wala rin kinaiba ito, no, dun sa maagang collection ng AR. Kaya babawasan natin yan ng sales discount. Okay? Biro mo, November 1 ka nagbenta, di ba? Tapos November 3, nakolekta mo na yung AR. Therefore, pasok sa discount period. Parang ganoon lang din yung analysis ng class, no? Kaya kahit hindi sabihin doon sa transaction, kasi wala naman din binanggit dito na dinadak yung sales discount. I-deduct nyo na agad, class, ha? Okay, i-deduct nyo na. No? I-deduct din ng bangko yan, eh. Ayan. Sales discount, 375,000 times 2%, 7,500. Again, yung reason, class, ng bakit natin dideduct yan, dahil maagang nakolekta yung AR. So, si bangko, alam na 2/10 and over 30 yung terms. Dahil nakolekta siya ng maaga, ibinawas na rin ni bangko yung sales discount. Ayan. Okay, so I hope maliwanag, class, ha? Ayan. Makokolekta na kasi ni entity. No? Parang nakolekta na ni entity ng maaga yung AR ng November 1 transaction. Okay? The bank charge a 5% service fee, so you have to deduct the 5% ng service fee. Okay? And the factors hold back. No? Kasi hindi naman certain. Diba? Hindi naman sigurado si bangko na pag binenta na sa kanya yung AR, siya na yung may-ari ng AR. Siya na yung in charge na mag-collect na sa AR na to. Kaya si bangko nag-decide na i-withhold ko muna yung 93,750 as protection for any adjustments na mangyayari dito sa accounts receivable na binenta sa kanya ni Dory Sakurada Corporation. Okay? So, therefore, the net cash proceeds from factoring is 255,000 na lang. So, what would be the journal entry, class, no? Dito, from 375, naging 255 na lang yung cash proceeds. Journal entry to record the transaction. Okay? November 3. Debit, cash, 255,000. So, class, pabago na lang ako nito. Sorry for the typo. It should be 255,000. Ha? Pabago na lang ako kung kayo ay nagte-take down ng notes while watching itong video lesson natin. So, 255,000 yan, ha? Ayan. Yan yung cash proceeds, no, from factoring. So, typo lang yung 262,500. Ayan. Debit sales discount kasi lumalabas na nakolekta mo na ng maaga on a discount period, yung AR. Pero through factoring nga lang. Okay? Pero we record pa rin sales discount, 7,500. We debit bank service charge, 18,750. Ang laki ng bank service charge, no? 18,750. And debit, the factors holdback. Ang ginagamit natin na account dito, the receivable from factor, 93,750. Okay. And credit, the accounts receivable, 375,000. Okay? So, yan yung entry natin for November 3 transaction. Next class, November 9 transaction. Okay, so alisin ko na muna to, ha. Ayan. And again, class, no, Ito ay typo ha. Babago na lang ako nito. It should be 255,000. 255. So again class, ang account natin for the factors holdback is yung receivable from factor, 93,750. And sabi nga natin, yan yung protection ng bangko about sa or for any adjustments na mangyayari doon sa accounts receivable na binenta sa kanya. Kasi hindi rin naman sigurado ang bangko na makokolekta niya talaga yon ang buo. Kaya hindi niya muna binigay yung worth 93,750 na cash, no? Okay, kaya ang account natin diyan, receivable from factor. Receivable from factor. So November 9 transaction, ayan, speaking of adjustment sa AR. November 9, granted a customer a credit allowance of 37,500 for the damage in the shipment. Ayan. Eto na nga. So nagkaroon ng sale return. Or sorry, nagkaroon ng sale allowance. No, sales allowance yan another class ha. Yan. 37,500. Dahil sira pala, no? Defective. May sira yung nakarating na produkto kay customer. So, ayun. Balikan lang natin yung meaning ng factors holdback. The factor may withhold a predetermined amount as protection. Okay? Against customer returns and allowances and other special adjustments. This is also known as factors holdback. Ayan. Okay? Kaya pag may mga gatong instances class na may sale return, sale allowances, ang kabawasanan sa receivable from factor. Diyan natin china-charge yung mga adjustments sa AR. Okay? Receivable from factor. No? Kaya ang journal entry natin to record the November 9 transaction, okay, balik lang ulit natin ha, November 9, debit, sales returns and allowances, 37,500. Credit sales discount, 750. Credit receivable from factor, 750,000. Baka nagtataka kayo, bakit may sale discount? Bakit pumasok yung sale discount sa entry natin? Take note class na yung naging sales discount natin, way back computation ng November 3 transaction, ibinase natin sa entire na 375,000. Dahil hindi naman nakolekta lahat, ng 375,000, dahil nagkaroon ng 37,500 sales returns and allowances, nabawasan yung AR ng hindi dahil sa collection. Therefore, kaya kailangan nating i-adjust yung sales discounts na previously nating ni-record. Okay? I hope maliwanag class ha. Ayan. No? Kasi yung sabi ko nga yung sales discount, binase natin sa entire amount ng AR. However, hindi naman pala lahat ng 375 na kolekta kasi nagkaroon ng sales allowance. Therefore, we have to adjust yung sales discount na previously nating ni-record na nakabase sa entire 375,000 amount. Ayan. Okay? I hope maliwanag ha. Ayan. So, credit receivable from factor, 36,750. Ayan. Okay, November 11 transaction, the customer paid in full its accounts to the bank. Alam naman natin kasi class na kapag may factoring of AR, si bangko na ang nagiging owner ng AR, therefore si bangko na ang nagiging in charge sa collection. So yung November 11, yung customer nagbayad na kay bangko. Kaya ang entry natin, no journal entry required on the books of DSC. Okay, walang journal entry required, no? Binenta na yung AR kay bangko eh. Ayan. Si bangko na yung in charge ng records and pangolekta. Okay? And November 15, no? November 15, bago tayo proceed sa November 15 class. Take note, nung November 11, nagbayad na ng buo yung customer ng AR. Nakolekta na ni bangko yung AR na binenta sa kanya. Therefore, dahil fully collected na yung AR9 na ipinenta sa kanya, makokolekta na rin ni DSC yung kanyang receivable from factor. Okay? November 15, final settlement was made with the bank. Kaya yung receivable from factor, makokolekta na yan ni DSC dahil fully collected na yung AR November 11. Okay? 57,000 pesos. Saan ang galing yon? Last, ito yung receivable from factor natin, beginning. Tapos nung November 9, nagkaroon ng credit to receivable from factor. Therefore, 57,000 na lang yung utang ng bangko sa atin. Kaya 57,000 na lang yung natanggap ni DSC from bangko. Okay? So, ayun lang class. Tapos na tayo sa factoring. Okay? Tapos na tayo sa factoring class ha. So, tapos na yung pledge, tapos na yung assignment, tapos na yung factoring. Next natin class, we have discounting of notes receivable. So, nasa last part na tayo ng topic natin sa receivable financing.